probably help if I turned on my microphone. Turn it on. Paul has joined the room. Hello, Paul. Hello, Paul. Paul.
Hold on. I'm working on this thing. Is it working?
I can hear you.
Okay, good.
What's happening?
Sorry, my phone's been slow today.
You've been slow today.
How did you? You're not even with me. How did you know?
I was going to say, I don't know, man. That's just...
You're not with me. It's like you're there.
Maybe I am. I'm always with you, Paul.
Ooh.
Except for when you go to the bathroom, I don't stick around. I ain't a creeper.
Oh, you don't want to hang around for that? Anybody else joining us tonight?
No, I haven't told anybody. Hey, just so this isn't totally boring for anybody who listens to the replay of this later. Hey, it's Friday the 13th. I'm here with Paul. I've told no one else we're doing this. And, okay, so Jesse, I think Jesse's busy. I know Melanie's busy. Jesse, I'm not sure what he's doing. But thanks for the hearts and likes or whatever it is, Paul.
Well, it's weird because I can't share it unless I like you. And it's weird because I follow you, so you'd think I'd like you.
Really? Is it on liking? Is it on liking people?
Like, it's weird because I have to send you love before I can share it. It's the strangest thing.
Really? Oh, so it exploits you, or it extorts your love.
It's some love extortion, man.
I am just sharing out a link as well because
Exactly. As soon as I can type something. There we go. Join us now.
okay.
Is or die too much?
What's that?
I said, is or die too much? Like, join us now or die.
It's a little much.
Let's go with perish. Let's go perish.
Or yeah, perish. That's good. Jasper. Hey, Jasper, it'd be amazing if you called in. That'd be sweet. I almost dropped the F-bomb.
Yeah, Jasper, call in.
If you're not available, that's fine, but you should. We're just kicking it. Nothing intense tonight. It's Friday the 13th. I hear there's a full moon. Is that true?
It is. And it's really pretty.
So, double weird whammy. So feel free to join us.
Join us. Join us.
Nothing too intense today.
Yeah, apparently I'm crazy today. I think I put in too much windshield time.
Yeah, I want to ask you about that here in a moment.
Well, like what should have been a 4.5 hour drive turned into an almost 6 hour drive because there was an accident that shut down part of the interstate. And we got rerouted to a, at max, 10-mile-an-hour crawl. I'll let them talk too, Jasper.
Jasper says he would join, but he's watching the kids. Too many voices at too high of decibels.
We'll say they're banshees.
All right.
You obviously didn't catch the episode. My kids were killing each other in the other room.
All right. Okay, well, that's good enough. I was going to, here, you know what? GCU Twitter, you can just retweet Grawlix's tweet. There we go.
Sweet.
Nobody sees that stuff anyway. Twitter, Facebook's long since been useless for the most part. Twitter is fully useless to me now.
I think my Twitter's broken.
Yeah?
Yeah, like I don't get notifications for a week, and then I just get this backlog of notifications.
Oh, weird.
Oh, good arrow, Jasper. Good arrow. Good episode, Jasper.
Good arrow. Jasper says, I don't know who I'm saying this to. You know what? I do keep in mind people who might listen to this later, in which case I'm sorry for 6 minutes of nothing. But Jasper says he is watching Arrow. It's the Constantine episode. Well, Constantine's kind of a Friday the 13th-ish thing to do. Jasper, did you get a chance to listen to that episode today, by the way? Today we put out the first GCU. Okay, the second GCU without Jasper. No, that's not true. The first one had Jasper, too. Okay, yeah. But we put out the first full GCU episode without Jasper on it, and it was weird. It was a little weird, but
Dang,
you know what?
I wanted thoughts on it. He said he did not.
He hasn't listened yet.
There's a particular spot I really want to hear your thoughts on.
Yeah. Of the episode?
Yes.
Towards the beginning, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yeah. I made Paul record that episode. So for future listeners, Grawlix Cinematic Universe today, yesterday, actually, last night, we dropped the Friday the 13th special. And even if it's not still Friday the 13th where you're at, listen to it anyway, because any time is a good time to talk about the king of camp slasher movies. But
it's always Friday the 13th in your heart.
It's always Friday the 13th in my heart. And actually, this Friday the 13th is a really good timing. Before I totally sidetrack myself, what was I even saying? You should check it out. Oh, yes. I made Paul record the episode twice. I felt kind of bad.
Yeah, it worked out.
It did. And it's so funny. I was listening back to the final finished edit that went out online, and I'm like, what about that part where we talked about this? And I'm like, oh, either I cut it out of this recording or it's in the recording.
First cut.
or it's the first recording. Jasper says, see, that's what no, we need to play it up. Drama alert. Jasper's left GCU. You won't believe what he said. Tune into the next episode of GCU to find out. What could Randy do to make Jasper leave? Randy said this, and just have an arrow pointing to a shady link.
Oh, no.
We're just going to clickbait all up in this.
Oh, no. Jasper clickbait.
I'm so curious about Jasper's. Man, it's going to be like pointless to do a follow-up episode once we can get Jasper on. Once I can actually talk to Jasper on recording for, Jasper, you said you watched 2 of the Friday the 13th movies. I'm so interested to hear your thoughts on those movies, because if you started, I know you're doing a drama alert Jasper thing. Wait, I mixed those words all up. You're doing a drama alert thing, Jasper, but dude, Jabba, that's a dead meme at this point. You're getting old, Jasper. Oh my God, you're getting old. I will say, though, that drama alert period of YouTube where there was so much entertainment in just medium to large size YouTubers having beef with each other, as trashy and gossipy as it all was, it was kind of glorious. I did particularly enjoy that time in YouTube.
It beats the everybody's watching everybody's video game time.
Yeah, I mean that's been going for a while, but like it feels like that's all that's left now. I mean, there's other stuff going on, but YouTube.
Well, there's video game kinks.
Video game and what?
Kinks.
Kinks?
Like, what is your kink?
Oh, is that a thing on YouTube now?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't been watching that.
Yeah, try looking up stuff for wood burning.
Are there kinks?
Difficult.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, what? Oh my God. Okay.
So
This
I
is
just want to learn techniques, and not for what they're showing me.
now. I know I said we talk about horror movie stuff, but there's not really anybody here at the time, so let's just talk about whatever. Have you guys what? Wow, where is my mind? I totally forgot what I was even going to ask about. God, no, I'm glad this isn't a regular live stream.
The full moon's messing with you, man.
I guess. I don't know. Whatever. I don't get enough sleep.
No, you say you keep about the same schedule I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, up all night. And hey, it's a Jesse.
Oh my gosh. This is just we're gonna call this the Grawlix meeting room now. That's who's here. I didn't know if I figured Jesse would at least tune in. Like the idea of just suddenly like Jesse getting a notification that Grawlix Nights is going live and him not knowing anything about it, that kind of amused me. But yeah. I mean obviously there's nothing happening. We're just kicking it.
Call this meeting of the Grawlix Knights to order.
We called the Grawlix round table. Gather around the big G-shaped table. It was very expensive. It kind of takes up too much room, but it looks good.
The G-shaped table's housed in a square.
That's the Grawlix way.
For sure.
Okay, well, wow. So I know one thing I could talk about. Shortly before we went live tonight, I was like, well, what's going on Livecast tonight? Let me poke around, take a listen to a few, I don't know, a few other livecasts going on, see what people are doing. And I noticed a couple, like there were a couple Friday the 13th, themed livecasts. I'm like, oh, that kind of sucks because, we're not necessarily going to draw people in with that then. So I tuned into one and there was nothing but occasional sound effects. I'm like, okay. So I bounced out of there and I tuned into another one and the host said hi when I joined. So I typed in hi and then there was nothing but occasional sound effects, like audio clips from movies. And then I was just about to leave, and it sounded like he started asking the chat questions or was talking to the chat. And I'm like, so is that what most of these other live casts are? Is it just like...
What you didn't know is you stumbled into the Jason chat.
Oh, hosted by Jason?
Yes.
Like
that time you went on Arsenio.
Oh my gosh. I love that idea.
Just an hour of, like... Anybody there?
Maybe that's what was going on, and I just couldn't hear it on my phone. It wasn't loud enough. But
yes, you want to listen to an hour of heavy breathing by some dude.
Jason Voorhees radio. The Voorhees cast. Oh. No, but
Screamer.
For the most part, there's been some good live casts that I've tuned into, and anything with our old friend Maggie. Anytime she's done a live cast and I tuned in, it's been good. Like she does, obviously Cellmates, which I guess is on hiatus right now because of work. But she also did like some impromptu one after one day at work talking about her job, and I listened to that for like an hour. It was really good. But for the most part, anytime I tune in, it's almost always just one person sitting there not saying anything until something in the chat strikes their interest. And I'm like, how do you even amass these people in your chat? Like, you're not doing anything. And it's not.
Yes. It's hit and miss to find a good one unless, you actually know the people doing it and have one to follow.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't know. Because I think about, I've been getting too intense about it's got to be a good live show. But man, when I listen to some of the other ones, I'm like, I'm overdoing it.
That's upside. The bar's not very high.
And that sounds kind of, jerky to say, but it's kind of true. And I think it's just a matter of, hey, what's going on, Adriano? I'm sorry I said Adriano. I'm sorry I said that weird. But anyway, the point is, like, I think us having often multiple hosts, being able to talk, having a topic, I think that puts us as a leg up on some live casts. But I don't need to try so hard. Jesse.
Yeah, I say with the multiple people option, it covers the dead space.
Yeah.
Every so often we stumble over each other, but
every so often. Jesse, what's going on?
Not too much. I just had to chime in. We're throwing shade at Castbox. I gotta get in on that.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
That's what'll pull Jesse out on a full moon. Somewhere someone's talking trash on Castbox.
Man, just trash talk in general. That's my MO.
Oh yeah, you're Mr. Negative.
I am. Yeah, so negative.
Oh, what's going on, man?
Not much. I saw exactly how you described it. I saw the notification on my phone. I was like, what?
I know. I didn't know how much panic that would instill in you. And I was about to message, and I was like, you know what? Nah, I just want to see what happens. Plus, if you're busy, I don't want to make it feel like it's something you have to be here for.
I fell for the trap.
But I just knew it. I was like, Jesse's going to see the notification. He's got like, what? What's going on? Well, because I mentioned it yesterday, and Paul had asked me about it, and I was like, yeah, okay. He asked me not too long ago. I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. We're just gonna real laid back, like we're just gonna kick it. And then so then we hop on here, and he's like, so who's joining us tonight? I'm like, nobody. I didn't tell anybody anything. So the first 6 minutes of this replay is gonna be me like posting in the Facebook group and tweeting that we're doing this. But
I say me asking if posting that or die is too wrong.
So what are you doing tonight, Jesse? What's going on?
I was watching Hip Hop Evolution on Netflix. I was schooling myself on East Coast versus West Coast, season 3.
Oh, interesting. Is it good?
I mean, it's a decent series. Like, I like that it's still going, kind of thing. Because like season 1, I was like, man, they didn't get very far. And then season 2, they kind of got into it. And now season 3, we're finally to that East Coast West Coast thing.
So is it like documentary style, or is this like a fictionalized dramatized retelling?
No, this is docu-series style. Okay. So I mean, it's brief because it's in like episodes. So it's like an hour chunk at a time. So in some senses they dive deep, but in other senses it's like very surface, because how much ground can you really cover in an hour?
Sounds spooky.
Yeah, it's haunted rap. Haunted rap is what I was watching.
The ICP?
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, they are haunted.
There needs to be more horror rap. It's just super cheese.
Right.
I feel like
I think like a lot of hip hop. That's what happens. Like if you try to get too niche, or you try to get like too cross genre, that's kind of what happens. Same thing with metal. Like metal has the same problem where they're like, okay, we're we're polka metal. It's like, okay, I'm really going to take that seriously. Taking the polka metal seriously.
Yeah, it's true.
Now I want to hear somebody growling out, roll out the barrel.
yeah, exactly. But I mean, like, there's some, I don't know, that's Swedish or whatever, but it's like, basically metal where they basically think they're trolls or dwarves. And
Sweet.
it's super entertaining, but it's like it's only going to get you so far.
I mean, and I think you kind of know that going into something like that. It's unfortunate because I don't know. Music is weird because you could, a movie or something. It's totally acceptable to do a horror movie or a very genre or niche thing or a movie all about hobbits and like make $1 billion, but you want to make Hobbit rock. Okay, that's not a great example. If you're not Led Zeppelin and you want to make Hobbit rock, you're not going to make $1 billion. Like it's weird what mediums that certain things are considered camp, and in other mediums it's fine.
Well, even like parody, like who besides Weird Al can really get away with it? Lonely Island, kind of. But even them, I have a hard time not comparing them to Weird Al. But maybe that's just because I'm old and nobody's going to touch Weird Al. And Weird Al crosses so many genres anyways that it's kind of like, well, it's been done.
Say there was Cletus T. Judd for a while in the country genre.
I remember that vaguely, but again, he just struck me as the country. He just struck me as the country Weird Al.
Who was the current day Dr. Demento.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, each generation gets one.
Right.
They're like Slayers.
Yep. Only once a generation.
Only once a generation do we get a well-received parody artist. That's not as cool as a Slayer.
At some point, all the parodies will be in dubstep.
Oh, God.
That's also a dead meme. Man, you guys are all old. Dubstep's dead. Jasper
says the guy that made dubstep.
Yeah, and then I made synthwave.
That's true.
I'm hip. I'm current. Synthwave's dead. God.
Yep.
Synthwave's different. I will continue. Actually, to be honest, I have. I don't work on music a whole lot anymore. I'm too busy, but. I have been consciously moving my stuff back. I say back towards a 90s sound because it's coming.
You're ready.
If synthwave is on its way out, that means the 90s is up next. And I've been ready for 90s since the 90s. So
I've been tuning up my air guitar. I'm getting ready to go on tour.
Cool.
Are you going to be, like which 90s are you repping? Are you repping more 9 Inch Nails?
Oh, yeah. I don't know where else you're going, but yeah, definitely.
No, I mean, that's what I figured.
Well, 9 Inch Nails in itself. So
I say you going grunge or pop? Because
I was very grunge, but yeah, the industrial sound also kind of took root in the 90s or at least evolved in the 90s.
I guess maybe we'll have to we'll go through a little grunge resurgence and then we'll kind of segue. What happens when we segue back into the electronic music that came in the 90s?
Like Moby?
I don't know.
Oh.
No. So I've always gravitated. What's the word? I've always gravitated towards electronic music, and I was a huge Nails fan back in the day, and industrial stuff, and just various things. So synthwave always fit right in there because that was kind of, I don't know, like in my mind, it's one of those things where part of the reason I like dubstep is because to me, it felt like the natural progression of some of the weird,
I can see that, yeah, dance.
But with a more of it's not industrial, but more of a rough edge to it. I was like, yeah, this is like crazy dance industrial, but groovy sound, but then it went so poppy, and that disappointed me. And then
with the auto tuner,
everything just sounded exactly like it.
Like early to mid Skrillex versus like late.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a good point. Basically, the parts of Skrillex songs that didn't have a hook. That's the aspect I like. Yep. I like that crazy sound. But and whatever, I guess the fire that burns brightest burns quickest. But and then whatever synthwave was, I was like, I didn't even know it was a thing. I was like, I was on a John Carpenter Tangerine Dream 80s synth soundtrack kick, and I was like, I want to make an album like this. I need to research some more music to get inspiration, and then I discovered, there's a whole bunch of people doing this already. Okay, cool. So whatever.
Oh, that's when you take synthwave and combine it with classical, and
I will
synthwave Bach.
I will. I thought about it actually.
You're gonna release a box set.
Nice.
Yep.
By the way, hi Bart. What's going on? Sorry, I haven't said hello. I know we should stop. We should start talking about horror movies, I suppose.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Actually, I do want to ask Paul, because I know Paul, you're doing something interesting that sounded like Friday the 13th is a good night to kick that off. What are you doing this weekend?
I am in Moline, Illinois at the Midwest Monster Fest starting tomorrow. Well, I'm here now, but it starts tomorrow morning.
Ooh, I wonder if
small horror convention.
I wonder if our friend Christopher Armim is down there. I'm curious.
So I can let you know tomorrow.
He gets around.
Well, and he's really up kind of that way.
I say, if you're in the Quad City areas, it's going to be a fun show to go to. The guest list includes W.F. Bell from Walking Dead, Rob Zombie's 31. He was in an episode of MacGyver. But yeah, I think 31 and The Walking Dead's probably the main.
Mm-hmm.
There's Ed Neal, the hitchhiker from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Wyatt Weed.
Wait. The original Texas Chainsaw?
Yes.
Oh my God, that guy's creepy. in the movie, he's creepy.
There's Layla Haley from Sinister 2.
Okay.
John Dugan, Grandpa from both Texas Chainsaw and Texas Chainsaw 2. And Terry McGinn, the victim from the victim, the girl from Texas Chainsaw.
Awesome.
There's a couple of local guys, and I can't seem to get it up on my phone right now, but those are the ones.
So what are you doing there?
I am peddling my wood.
He's putting his wood in their face. I
am. And I'm right across from Wyatt Weed, the Predator. So, perfect product placement. My Predator board is front and center right in front of him. My wood is directly in his face.
You ever did you just sit there? You need to just sit there and stare at him and then look it down at the wood and then stare back at him.
Oh, you've never seen me in action, have you?
What?
I said, you've never seen me in action.
No. I know you were at, what was it? You were at this lot. Were you at Ocon?
He was Ocon. Yeah, he was just down the way from us. He was like one booth over on the end cap.
Yeah, I don't think.
In me, I'll make the boards move a little bit depending on who's coming down. If there's a King Jareth, walking by, I'll make the David Bowie board dance a little bit to draw your attention. Joe, my wood jiggles, man. It doesn't.
Okay. Let's. What do you mean? What are you talking about? What is all this wood talk? That's something I don't think we've ever really dove into on the show.
I'd say aside from the promo at the end.
Well, you mentioned that you have wood for the listener, but we'd never talk about what it actually is. So you do like wood burning stuff.
Yeah, I do wood burned artwork.
And you definitely, I noticed there's a few other things, but you definitely seem to gravitate towards horror things.
See, I really like the horror stuff because I get to leave more of the shading. On like the comic book and cartoon characters, I have to paint them more if I want them to sell. But the horror guys, I get to leave it more natural wood and just play with the different shades of brown and add the color highlights.
Horror fans like a bit of grain and grit.
Yeah. Like, yeah, the ones I prefer, they're just the ones that are all shaded out with minimal color. The only ones I can sell on that are horror. Like, I've tried selling some of the comic book ones, and I will sit on them.
Interesting. So they got to kind of pop, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Like, I think people have trained, and like, you're trained, like, if you're looking at Deadpool, you're used to seeing the red and black. You look for the red and black. It doesn't matter what shape he's in.
Right.
You look for the red and black. If the red and black's not there, it's not Deadpool.
Right. Like your My Little Pony boards, they're not going to sell unless they're the right colors, too.
Yeah. And same thing with Pokemon and stuff like that. If it's not color that character's supposed to be, you're done. You're sitting with it. People are very touchy, I guess. Nice.
Well, you think about how many, think about comic books where they've tried to reimagine somebody's costume. Like even just Superman, some people have a real problem with the Superman suit not being the one that Christopher Reeves wears.
Well, and I mean, you run into this. It's really hard trying to offer something different that you can't pick up somewhere when everybody literally wants, okay, Superman's got to have the curl. He has to be, it's got to be the classic blue and red and blue with the S in his chest. It can't be anything different. He has to have that regal pose, or he has to be, strong Superman.
Right.
Batman, you get a little play with because it depends on which version of Batman you're going with, but he has to be, you have to be able to tell which Batman it is.
Right.
It's like you just want to offer something different.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, cause I'll try to offer some of my original characters, my creator owned work stuff. And, like if that sells even one at a show, I feel like like I've arrived. Like you just sold a book, and you probably made $1 off of it because you sold it barely over cost.
Oh yeah, I mean it's honestly it kind of goes back to like when we're talking about movies and we want to see different movies and stuff like that. That's not the huge franchises or the remakes or stuff like that, but we are so, as a culture, we are so driven to, this is what we know. We gravitate to what we know. We don't like to step out of our comfort zone as consumers. The other stuff doesn't have a chance.
Right. Well, even just like Brightburn, which we just reviewed, it's like, I can see why they played it safe because of that exact reason. And that's what disappointed me is I would have liked to see them go a little further than what we just obviously know about Superman.
Hey, that would actually be a pretty good segue if you're ready for a segue.
I like segues.
Go for it. Take it. Take the segue.
On them, but I like segues.
So before we really do that, hi Douglas. Just want to say hi. If you're still here, so Paul had. This isn't maybe the best place for it, but I mean, if anything, if we need a topic, it's a good topic. So Paul had a question that he kind of wanted to throw out to, whatever, conversation starter question. We don't have a whole lot of listeners tonight, so I don't know. If there's listeners, if you're there, you have input on this, let us know. But basically, it was Paul's follow-up, his Brightburn follow-up question, which was basically like, so if you could take, I'm assuming, Paul, you were intending mostly like superhero origins or whatever, an origin story, and make it horror. And what was the example you used, Paul?
The one I would like to see turned horror, I would like to see the Weapon X Wolverine origin story turned into a slasher film.
Yeah. So that's it. Let's hear your superhero horror what if. Mine, the first one that come to mind for me was I'm going to take the Batman the Bruce Wayne story and go American Psycho with it. I have him go. I can't remember the character's name offhand, so I'll just say Christian Bale. I know that's not obviously that's not what Christian Bale's necessarily like, but I like that idea of it's basically still Batman, but kind of wrong and creepy or creepier.
Batman driven off the rails.
Yeah. Well, I guess it would be Batman. He would just have other priorities, less, making criminals pay and more obsessing over business cards and
he always seemed
Huey Lewis in the news.
He always seemed too calm, cool, and collected. I'm sorry, to be where he was at. I mean, they always played it. He never got over his parents' death. But he was one dude.
I think that's the main thing. Is like it's Bruce Wayne exactly as he typically is portrayed, except no emotions. He is empty inside, like the character from American Psycho. And for the most part, it wouldn't seem that different.
Except there would be no need for Arkham.
No.
Because
does Batman got to choke a fool?
He'd kill a few.
He'd choke a few.
I think the hardest one would be Penguin. He ain't got a neck.
Nope. Him and Killer Croc, no neck. Just all torso.
Gut punch.
So what would be some other good superheroes to push into a horror genre that aren't already there?
So I when you posited this, my brain went to kind of like your pitch of Friday the 13th. Do you remember that when we did the
oh yeah,
like your ideal pitch, and you kind of played it sly and you didn't realize it was actually a Friday the 13th reboot until the big reveal kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it would be interesting to do that with like The Punisher, where you don't realize that you're following basically a crime family. They just seem like a family, and they just seem like they're being picked off one by one, and we don't know why. But as slowly as the movie goes on, you start to realize that they're into some shadiness, and eventually it's revealed that it's the Punisher that's taking them out because they're horrible.
So what you're saying is basically you're getting a slasher movie, except it turns out the people you're following is a crime family, and it's the Punisher is the killer. I love that. Oh my God, that's brilliant. Oh, what's that, Paul?
I said the caveat is it has to be shot POV.
Point of view. Oh yeah.
Anytime the Punisher's there. Oh yeah, for sure.
Man, heck yeah.
That's great.
And he's probably not going to say anything.
Nope.
Most of the time,
That's so good.
That is a good one.
I don't know, man. The premise where you're in one thing and then it turns out to be some classic horror trope that, or in this case, you think it's a classic horror trope and then it's not. It's something else entirely. I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's where it's called a twist, but whatever.
Right.
Our twists are better.
Kind of like a Shyamalan type of thing, but
better.
Well, out
Yeah,
Shyamalan, Shyamalan.
yeah.
Somebody needs to.
Shamalham.
Let's say somebody needs to out Shyamalan Ding Dong.
I mean, we don't listen. I mean, I like the question. I was Paul when you said, "Hey, can we talk about that?" I was all for talking about it, but I kind of figured it'd be like it is now. We're not going to have anybody chiming in on this.
Oh yeah,
this is how it's been. So what else was there? So I watched. So I'll just reiterate. I've already pimped it once. Grawlix Cinematic Universe, Friday the 13th special. People from the future who might listen to the replay of this probably won't though. Go check it out. Paul and I talked about the first 3 Friday the 13th movies, and last night I'm sitting here and I'm like, I kind of want to watch a slasher movie, but I've seen them all. But then I was like, well, you know what the heck? I'll just continue my Friday the 13th journey, and I watched part 4 last night.
Enter Corey Feldman.
That one sucks. I kind of hate it. It's not great. The kills are pretty cool, like in terms of like a slasher movie. Slasher movie kills are pretty good, but I don't like that one, man. And I kind of wish, because our ratings, Paul, were pretty positive. We didn't go under a 3-star on our GCU special
because we didn't pass a good trilogy.
If we'd have got to part 4 at least, we would have went below 3 stars.
That's it. When's the last time you watched 5?
Well, I was going to say, like, I can't think of too many people that talk about Friday the 13th too far beyond 4 until you get to Jason Takes Manhattan, and like once you get out that far.
Yeah.
When they've gone into complete shark jump.
Aside from the fact that Potter makes an amazing Jason.
Right.
And then on. The movies aren't. There's nothing to write home about.
I feel like a lot of. I'm sorry.
They're not even that campy. They're just.
Well, so part 4, it should be one of the most memorable, and it probably is one of the ones that like people at least remember watching, because it does have Corey Feldman, and it has what's his name? It's escaping me now, but Back to the Future, Michael J. Fox's dad character. Crispin Glover.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And as always, he's super weird in it. Like, he plays all of his characters super weird. So it should be like that much as memorable. But that said, like, even for a Friday the 13th movie, like the characters are exceptionally thin, and the premise is like whatever. There is this idea of this, like, one of the brother of one of the girls who was killed in a previous movie shows up as a hunter to hunt Jason, and that's kind of cool. But in classic bad horror fashion, it's a cool idea that just doesn't get executed very well at all. And that said, there's one kill that kind of blew my mind, because I was like, wait, what? Where this chick's trying to get out the door, and all of a sudden there's like, you don't really see what happens. It's just like there's like a small explosion in the door, and particles go, like little chunks of board go flying out to the side of her, and her hair, like, obviously air was blown through the door. And then she falls over, and there's an axe sticking out of her. I'm like, wait, so are they saying, like, Jason just tossed a full-sized axe through this front door with, like, explosive force? I think that's what happened, and it was kind of glorious.
I say Tommy going ham on Jason was pretty good.
That was okay, but man, like, that whole end bit really, it probably fell flat for me before, but I don't recall. I don't remember being as displeased with it as I was this time. Like, it's so cheesy, and they tried to set up, like, I don't know, man. They were trying to position him as going crazy, and then whatever. Again, interesting idea. Man, it doesn't work on film, in my opinion.
Well, it seems like that's what they did with a lot of those franchises in the 80s, because same deal for me with Freddy, except at least Freddy was kind of funny, but he also got really dumb.
Oh, yeah. Well, it feels like, and I think it's because if the franchise doesn't bounce back at some point, it just dies and it doesn't become a long-running franchise. But in all these super long-running franchises, man, without a doubt, like, there's a lull right in the middle of each and every one of them. Once you hit part 4, at least it happens at least at part 4, if not earlier. They just take a nosedive, and they'll be just horrible for like 3 or 4 more movies before someone comes in and actually revives them with something interesting.
It's usually like the original creator or something, like Wes Craven comes back.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like Wes Craven comes back and does a weird kind of meta take, or somebody does. Well, I guess Child's Play kind of had 2 of those little renaissances. They had the whole, like, where it went, they just embraced the camp with the Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky and all that. And then they had is it a reboot? It's not a reboot, which kind of reinvigorated it.
It's the second
right.
boot.
I love that one. Was it Curse of Chucky? That one was fun.
Yeah. I still haven't watched the follow-up to that one.
It's all right, but I would just stream it because I think it's on Netflix, or it was.
I remember you not being thrilled with it.
It was fine. It just wasn't like, man, that one ended in kind of a cool spot, and then it was an interesting take, but it was not what I get. Again, expectation versus reality.
How do you guys feel about, because this is Child's Play is one of these weird instances where, so they just remade Child's Play, the movie, the first movie, but that is actually like, because of there's this weird separation in the rights from the first one, that is not a part obviously it's a reboot, but that's not a part of the Child's Play or the Chucky universe, the Chucky thing going on. And in fact, that creator still has the rights to use Chucky and plans to do a follow-up to Cult of Chucky. So like, that series is still going, and it's also been rebooted over here, which seems unusual. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, it made me think of George Romero and Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, that's a great example. Yeah, okay. What were you saying, Paul?
It's a classic comic book. Yeah, I mean, you can have 2 universes running parallel together with the same character. I mean,
that's a good point too.
See, lives.
It's just weird in something like I mean, at this point, it's less weird, because even if we don't necessarily get that, we are starting to get the thing where people will try to reboot the franchise. The reboot either fails or whatever, did okay, but like the hardcore fans aren't really into it. And then somebody comes along and does a sequel to the originals, ignoring the reboot, or in the case of Halloween, ignoring every sequel since 1980, right? Like,
right.
It's pretty weird. It's whatever. Ongoing serialized storytelling always gets messy in terms of continuity. So I think it's that situation.
So speaking of like interesting continuations, whoop, I'm sorry, I cut you off. I think
I was commenting on the Halloween stuff.
Okay,
go for it.
I was like, it's like when you're trying to explain to somebody, okay, you want to watch Halloween. Okay, where do I start? Well, you start with 1, and then you go to 2, and then 3. No, don't go to 3. You wait, and in a year from now, watch that one. And watch the ones that are coming out now. But they're all, no, don't watch those. Those don't matter. Those happen somewhere else.
See, and it's interesting because, Paul, your continuity is completely different than my continuity. My continuity is you watch part 1, you watch part 3 but know that it has nothing to do with it, but you should watch it anyway because it's wacky. And then after that, until what was it? Until recently, I would have been like, and then stop. That's it. Watch part 1, watch part 3, call it a day. But now it's like watch the original, maybe throw in part 3 if you want to do something different, and then watch Halloween. No, not the Rob Zombie Halloween, the other Halloween. Also, the fact that there are 3 movies titled simply Halloween in what is essentially the same franchise is so dumb. It's so dumb. There's 2 Halloween part 2s. What? So I guess going with like Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends or whatever the new titles are is smart. But
well, they can't do 3 and 4. Well, yeah, 3, 4, 4, 5, whatever.
They should just remake Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Straight up, just a straight remake. Keep it pretty accurate to the original story, and then go back to Jason when that inevitably fails again. I think I like. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You were going to say. Let's get to what you were going to say.
Oh, well, I was just going to ask because, okay, so they're canceling Swamp Thing. So yeah, I'm going back to comics because I know more about that.
Swamp Thing's sophisticated suspense and horror.
Oh, there we go. There's my tie-in. But this next thing is not. So Titans, they just released season 2. Is that pretty much exclusive to the DC Universe app? And meanwhile, everything else on that app is dying. That isn't just comics.
Did they just release season 2?
They just released season 2, and they're putting up like teaser posters and stuff because like Donna Troy is added to the team, and yeah.
I did not realize they just released it. Okay. No, yeah. So this was something I'd been kind of following because I knew since before I even got access to it that the DC Universe app was going to be in trouble at some point because I don't know what they were thinking. But I mean, as a comic book fan, man, it's great. Like it should probably have done way better than it does. But if nothing else, Doom Patrol, man, it was so good. I'd hate to see it like get canceled because it happened to be on a.
About it, it'll go over to HBO.
Well, see,
right
now we know this, but I was so worried that it was just going to like die off because it happened to be on, Warner Brothers decided to try this little service that ended up dying.
And it's still salvageable. They just have to get the content figured out. Honestly, they have enough backlog of content that they could bring in just about any fanboy.
That's the thing. Like, I don't know how well it does. It's perfect for its niche audience. The problem is, like, I would assume in order to sustain an on-demand video streaming platform in which they produce, and the shows don't look super expensive, but they're putting some money into them, produce several series for, like, I'm assuming they need more than a niche audience.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm sure we'll talk about this again next week, but Disney Plus, they had me at, the original content. Some of the new shows coming out on there they had me hooked for. But then they're re-releasing my childhood. Yeah, you got me. Here's my money. You have me.
Now
that's what DC had to do.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. It's all there. Like there are so many. I'm so curious about how the rights on some of these old shows work, but there are so many old DC themed shows on the app, but it's like they just don't advertise it, or again, it falls into it's such a niche audience because Disney's got shows that are going to appeal to everyone who is of a certain age. Meanwhile, sure, maybe something like Batman the Animated Series would have a wider appeal, but all the DC, you're still working within a certain niche of audience.
Well, and
sure,
honestly, leading up to the new Swamp Thing show, they should have advertised.
Not announced that it was canceled before the first episode dropped.
Well, that would help a lot. But advertise and run the crap out of the original TV series.
Oh, see, most companies aren't going to want to do anything like that, though. They're not going to want you to associate it with this old property.
Get some of the older guys jazzed back up about it.
Well, have you watched through the series, Paul?
I've seen it. Okay,
well, see, I felt this is beyond it being canceled, although I think that's part of it. I'm a huge Swamp Thing fan, and I fell off of it. Like, I haven't finished it. I should, but I don't know. They're doing something wrong with it. Anyway,
halfway through, it feels like they phoned it in.
I think they did, because they were still filming the season when they got the word that they were shutting down production on it early. But Adrienne Barbeau, who was it the original Swamp Thing, live action movie?
Yeah,
she had tweeted at one point that she's in it, and I have not. I don't think I've watched far enough to see her in it. So I'm assuming what?
So I haven't seen her yet.
Okay, yeah. So I'm assuming she's in it somewhere still. But you'd think that'd be something they'd really like. Hey, it's got, at least pull in, again, it's that niche audience, but pull in some fanboys. But I had seen her tweet it, and then later that day the tweet was deleted, and then I heard from somebody else that they announced it later, but where? I didn't see it. They didn't really. I don't know. It feels like their promotion all around, they pushed. You could definitely tell the properties they were.
Oh yeah.
More proud of. Titans, they pushed that everywhere.
Right.
But Doom Patrol got virtually no promotion, and that's, I think, the best series they've done. Just in terms, I even enjoyed Titans and finished season 1. I don't know that it's still a good show, but Doom Patrol was a good show. Swamp Thing is the one that should have been a shoe-in for me. I haven't finished it yet. So, I don't know, man. That's just how it goes.
Well, and then Young Justice didn't get the promotion that I thought it was going to get. And not because it really needs it, but I honestly thought they were going to be like, here it is, shut up.
Well, no, maybe they'd take a different attitude about it, but yeah, they should have, because that has, a devoted audience.
Yeah, but they've been so reluctant to do a third season on that for years. It would have been, look, here it is. Now leave us alone.
So I could be wrong, but I think I read, and man, isn't this how it all goes? I think I read that the DC Universe app was kind of the brainchild of whoever, so-and-so and so-and-so, some executives at some point, they're like, yeah, we really want to push this. This is a great idea, blah, blah, blah. And then they got replaced by somebody. It was whatever. Who, whatever, isn't into the idea or doesn't care. And then eventually it goes away because they just neglected it. Because you know what? That wasn't their brainchild. That wasn't their baby. They don't care. They have to come in and make decisions to try to justify their position. And that's what happens to a lot of when good things get canceled or whatever, flounder. It's usually because of stupid stuff like that.
Honestly, I'm just happy right now that Disney's not being too greedy.
This is how they hook us, though.
Well, think about it. They could run a Marvel streaming service. They could run a Fox streaming service. Marvel only, Fox only, Disney only. And they would run roughshod over everybody.
Well, they're going to, though. They don't have to. Now, I think they would have, if they tried a similar thing to the DC Universe app, but with Marvel, they have the attention from general audiences. They could actually make that work with all the Marvel related shows they're going to be producing. But I mean, it's smart of them not to do it that way. If they look at like the other services that basically split themselves off and part themselves,
the cross branding and everything.
Well,
it doesn't make sense to do the sectional.
Well, it's kind of like they could either try to spread themselves out and risk spreading themselves thin, or they could, basically create an unkillable juggernaut that's going to come out and basically wipe the floors with all other current streaming services. Like, I think they're smart to combine their services
their MO.
and charge a pretty low price to begin with, because it's going to go up. It's going to have to go up. But they get you in, like Jesse said, hook you early. But no, yeah, like I think it's smart to combine our powers combined and Captain Planet all over the place. There, whatever. It's going to be unbeatable. Sorry, you got me talking, Paul. You got me going. As soon as I heard, at least Disney's not being greedy. Whoa, what? Okay. I think
I'm still blaming Disney for the Spider-Man thing. I don't care what people think. Disney asked for too much.
They bought Paul.
They bought Paul.
I wish I could use some money.
Oh man, that Disney money.
Oh my gosh!
You pay off a lot of things with Disney money.
Of many things in this world, except that mouse.
No doubt. Because when that hammer falls, it will be the thing that silences a lot of people.
I would say that mouse doesn't go after you. That mouse goes after you and anybody that knows your name.
The mouse goes after daycares. The mouse doesn't discriminate. It wants its money.
Yeah.
You're right. I remember reading that story ages ago. Oh my gosh.
Well, they've been the boogeyman of comic conventions ever since they acquired Marvel. Because it's like, when's it going to happen? They don't care.
Yeah.
The reason copyright law is what it is today is because every time the Mickey Mouse goes up, like is about to fall into public domain, they lobby. They're writing the laws.
Yeah.
It's been extended over and over again. Every time the mouse is about to go into public domain, magically, somehow, almost like some type of Disney miracle, the copyright laws change and it gets extended.
Or Disney magic?
They create some magical loophole so that it's like, oh, well, no, Steamboat Willie's not public domain because he's also a trademark of a giant corporation.
Well, and I've said before, I mean, because, legally they acknowledge, not Disney, but everybody else acknowledges that fan art is a gray area in the copyright law. If they would actually write fan art legislation and make it just cut and dry.
How could they though? How could they make it cut and dry?
It would hurt a lot of. That's the thing is that these conventions bring in so much money that they'd be really shooting themselves in the foot, and I think that's why they haven't dropped the hammer yet. But I mean, if it's going to hurt their bottom line, I don't see them having a problem.
Plus,
the funny thing is the companies that the mouse just acquired were okay with fan art.
Well, they were
right on them.
I mean, that's what Jesse's saying though. Like, that's the worry is how long are they going to
every time they buy a Star Wars, every time they buy an X-Men or whatever, anytime they extend because now Now the Predator. The Predator is Disney.
Yeah.
Alien is Disney. I mean, like these properties are owned by Disney now, which begs the question, like, what will they do with it, and will it be good or not?
No matter who wins, we lose.
Right?
Every time.
I was just gonna say, Paul, like, I don't think you want legislation specifically regarding fan art, because who do you think the lawmakers are going to favor?
I know I'd be screwed.
Yeah, they're not going to favor the people who are like, we just want to make this for free or sell it for cheap at conventions. Like, we're just fans. Or the $1 billion corporations who are like, you don't ever have to work again.
Oh no, I'm screwed. But I look at it this way: at least then there's no gray area. It can't be. Well, I'm kind of operating within the. No, you're either doing it or you're not. It's.
Well, it's so bizarre. People don't understand what is and isn't fair use because it's such a murky thing. Like a lot, even when like when we did that whole He-Man, the He-Man mini comic, a lot of the guys are throwing around the word parody, and yeah, there's some parody elements to it, but no, it's pretty much a straight up taking place in Eternia mini comic with a few original characters that we made up. Like, we don't have a leg to stand on if they decide that it's not okay.
This recording has just been cataloged for future law proceedings.
yeah, it is.
But there are some companies that even on their website, like I think it's Pokemon, outright say, you want to make fan art, you go right ahead. But if they want to use it, it's theirs.
Yeah.
Who owns that? Does Nintendo own that, or do they just do a lot of stuff with Nintendo?
I'm pretty sure it's Nintendo that owns like the lion's share of everything. I mean, I think there are different groups that have, like, there's a creator, but I think the creator basically, has signed all their rights over to Nintendo.
Because Nintendo's they're kind of their own version of a mini Disney. Like, they are super weird about rights, and they will go after people. And Mario, Mario, that's what they got. I know they have other properties, but no, they have Mario. And
don't go after the powerhouse.
I mean, there's so much fandom and fan art and fan games and just stuff built around Mario. Yet Nintendo's still pretty weird about it. Like, I was just reading some news article the other day about Nintendo was cracking down on YouTube channels that were featuring Nintendo music or something. And apparently they were channels that, like, it was just music. Of course, they're like, but it's music you can't like buy anywhere. This is great classic Nintendo music that you can't find anywhere. But still, like, you're just reposting their music. What did you expect? It's Nintendo. They're only going to be lenient for so long.
But Pokemon has the perfect compromise. You want to do it, go ahead. But if we decide that we like your art and we want to mass produce it as shirts, you have no monetary rights to it at all.
Wait, is that for real? I must have missed you saying that. Like, so they could just we need a new design. Let's peruse some fan art. Oh my god, that'd be a crap job though. Pokemon fan art. There's so much.
Oh my god,
so much online, and a lot of it's so bad.
Well, Axton's expressionist art. They could make a run of expressionist shirts, and it's within their policy to do so. But that's their compromise for not, dropping the hammer. You want to make some money off their product, go ahead. But if they turn around and want to make a lot of money off of you making a little money, they're gonna.
Right.
I mean, and that's kind of where it comes down to the issue. I remember when monopolies were actually something people seem to worry about, but that's where something like Disney becomes a serious issue to where, okay, like, yes, you don't own these properties, some other company or whoever owns these properties. But what if one company owned all of those properties? Like, there's not going to be any leeway if that one company decides to crack down across the board. Those are huge chunks of properties that you gotta be extra careful with, or you can't really play with anymore.
If it wasn't, if physical media wasn't kind of dying out, we would have to worry about like all of these things that used to be in the $5 bin being suddenly in the Disney vault. And if you want a new copy of The Predator, you're going to have to buy their special edition, whatever version. And it's not going to be in the $5 bin anymore.
No,
it's $20 minimum.
It has a sticker.
Digital copy only on this platform that has some type of planned obsolescence in 5 years, and none of your digital purchases will transfer over to whatever the new one is. That's how, if you want a good example, again, drawing parallels between Disney and Nintendo, you want a good example of that, look at how Nintendo handles their whatever they call it, that you can buy the old games and play on their new system.
Their virtual console. Yeah, it doesn't translate from console to console. It's just whatever console you bought it on, that's what you can play it on. So if you bought it on the Wii, that's fine, but you're going to have to buy it again when you get a Switch.
Yeah, how many times are you going to pay for, I don't know, Legend of Zelda or something?
Yeah, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
Not that
How many copies of that can you own? All of them.
All of them. Got to catch them all.
Got to catch them all.
I mean,
that is frustrating. Speaking of Pokemon, because they have a platform where you can transfer certain Pokemon from game to game, and it's pretty slick. I don't know if that's going to work for Switch. I don't know if they're going to do that. So they're basically going to rewrite how Pokemon works moving forward because it's a new console.
Nintendo's so whatever. They're so weird about that. It's all like a horror movie. I don't know. I should even put talking horror movies in the description.
It's like you're a camp counselor and you're at a camp for camp counselors, which is also the site of murder.
Hey, Flam the demon. What's going on? You're the first person you're the first non-host to say hi all night. How's it hanging? Hey, thanks for the follow. We're honestly, the conversation is kind of bouncing all over the place. We were talking
everywhere.
Yeah, we were talking horror movies. Then we were talking about the horrors that is Disney and Nintendo owning the world. They own your soul, Flam.
Now I kind of want to do a Mario with like a Mickey Mouse hat.
Oh my God. Maybe we can get them when they come after you to fight each other.
There it is.
That's like, how you take on the giants.
Nintendo told me to do it.
Nintendo said it was fine.
But Nintendo,
you should mouth.
Disney, you should hear what Disney called you when they were talking about it, though.
You know what they said? When Mario's not plumbing, he's exterminating. Better watch out, mouse.
Then that comes back to the whole hip hop talk that we were doing earlier, where it's like West Coast of Japan versus East Coast of America, or something. Florida,
wherever Disney's at
already.
So the Epcot Center.
It's East Coast, West. No, yeah, it was East Coast of Japan, West Coast of the U.S.
Yeah,
isn't that where Pearl Harbor is? So we did it already.
Oh, jeez. Oh, hey.
Wow.
But it's on the East Coast of Hawaii.
Okay.
I don't know. I made that up. I don't know geography things.
Which one is ICP and which one is Eminem? That's the only hip hop beef I care about. Is that still happening?
I don't know. Probably not.
For like
there's a machine
1999.
Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem. I mean, like Eminem just roasts whoever he's mad at. So
Hey,
pretty much just Eminem wins. He's Disney.
Eminem is Disney. Oh, that's what this show should have been titled.
I want to be alone. I want to discover guys like Ozzy.
Yo, man. Holy moly. Randy, have you heard anything about this thing?
No, what's this?
Oh no.
Ozzy featured on a Post Malone track, and now people are like, man, that Ozzy Osbourne, he's going to blow up because Post Malone discovered him or whatever.
I seen Jesus. I seen somebody's post. It was probably one of your guys' posts about something about that, but I was whatever. I don't follow any of that. But that is ridiculous and just shows pure ignorance in the listenership of Post Malone.
I had to look up who Post Malone was.
Right.
See,
so did Ozzy.
They're all
after
children.
he recorded.
They're all children, and you're old men.
I mean, there are days Ozzy has.
So did Ozzy.
He is.
Ozzy's like, what day is it? Where am I, Sharon?
I just recorded a song with who?
What's a Post Malone? I wasn't even here for the regular Malone.
Who's pre? Is there a pre Malone?
Pre Malone. It was like provolone.
I can't have cheese, Sharon.
I recorded a song with cheese.
Okay. Now we are old men.
we are literally yelling at those kids to get off of our lawn.
Hi, that black guy. What's going on?
What?
Hi, that black guy.
Oh, that's his name. Okay. I was like, what the crap?
I could have just said that black guy is here. But I said hi to indicate that I'm speaking to someone who that the next thing is their name.
So in the essence of our, just rambles this evening, I learned something today. That driving through farm country on Friday the 13th, you are a little bit more alert than you are, alert and a little bit more imaginative than you are on most days. Middle Iowa. There's a sign by this cornfield. First thing I see, do not pick up hitchhikers.
Is that a sign?
For a mile. Yeah, it says do not pick up hitchhikers.
Interesting. Okay.
The first thing coming out of a cornfield, I'm like, oh, okay, children of the corn. Got it. No problem.
That indicates that there has been a problem.
Yeah. Middle of nowhere. Do not pick up hitchhikers. Okay. Got it. So
was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre actually in Iowa?
I'll get there. Drive down a little further, and there's a big billboard. And it says, man up. Get a vasectomy now.
What?
$600. Huh. No needles, no scalpel.
They'll punch the children out of you.
Telepathy.
This is farm country. I think they're going to do it with a rubber band.
Oh,
you're right. That's how farmers. Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's funny.
This is where my head's going today. And then going further down the road, and I'd already gotten gas at this point. Thankfully, I passed a murder station, and for anyone listening who is unfamiliar with what a murder station is that gas station that no matter how low on gas you are, you do not stop at.
Right.
If you stop at it, You will die. If I stopped at it, my headstone would read, this dummy should have known better. There was one on my trip today. I was like, really? Today? All days? I get murder station. I was like, this is my trip. No hitchhikers, vasectomy without knives, and a murder station. Heck of a road trip.
So that... Oh, what were you saying, Jesse?
No, nothing. I was just laughing.
I was going to say, that reminds me of something recently that could have potentially totally went... It could have been Nebraska Chainsaw Massacre, and it probably should have. But thankfully it didn't. So I picked up a hitchhiker not long ago. Talking
really?
Like a month or two ago. Yes. With Melanie. And to be honest, although Melanie being there should mean I should take less chances, but with Melanie, if Melanie wasn't there, I probably wouldn't have picked the guy up. But she's always like, we could help them. So,
right.
No, Melanie. No.
We're not going to be humans.
Has she seen?
She's seen all the horror movies. She loves horror movies. She just is perpetually stuck in this, like, teenage invincibility mode, right?
Well, like when I passed the horror station, I looked at it. I said, you know what? I'm white. I'm not that white.
I'm not that white.
Not that white. I could still disappear into a Iowa murder station.
You're Viking white. You're not like businessman banker white.
Yeah.
So Melon and I we left my tiny little town, which was hopping tonight, by the way. It's hopping in this town. But we left our tiny little town. We were gonna go to Blair and get something to eat. This a few weekends ago, and just a few miles outside of town, there's a guy walking on the side of the road. He throws out the thumb, and we're driving, and I'm like, I don't know why. I should have just kept going. No, I shouldn't have, because it turned out okay. But I look at her, and she's looking at me. I'm like, oh, God. And I'm like, yeah. So I turn around, and I drive back, and I was like, hey, you need a ride? And he's like, yeah. I was like, where are you going? He's like, oh, up just a little past Blair. And he's like, okay, we'll get in. And before he gets in, I look at Melanie. I was like, "You don't ever pick up hitchhikers." But so that I flip back around and drive with the guy towards Blair, and I was like, "So just a little bit past Blair, we're at." And he's like, "Oh, in such and such place. It's about 10, 15 minutes past Blair." I was like, "Okay." So I'm like, Melanie, pull up Google Maps and find this place, because I told him, I was like, we're just going to Blair. We can give you a ride there. She pulls up the Google map of this place, and it was an hour north of Blair. It was well past Blair. Oof. And I was like, did you? I was like, whatever. I don't remember the name of the little town. I was like, is that where you're going? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, and you're hitchhiking the whole way. And he's like, yeah. And it's about to get, like, it was light when we picked him up, but it's about to get dark. And so I'm like, dude, nobody's going to pick this. I've tried when I was younger. I tried hitchhiking. It gets dark. No one stops. They're not going to pick you. They're not going to pick up a dude on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere because it's Nebraska for one, but between, north of Omaha, the further you go, the Flam says it's too spooky. The further you go, the less like there is around. Nobody's going to pick this guy up.
Right.
So I'm like, hey, we were just going to go get something to eat. We don't really have plans tonight. So, we'll give you a ride up there. So we did. Melanie's like, oh, I still want something to eat. So we stopped in Blair and got Taco Bell or whatever. And I bought the guy some tacos and we gave him a ride. And it took forever, of course. But where he lived up on this. He lived on the Indian reservation, and I call it the Indian reservation because that's what the government still calls it. That's what it is posted everywhere. And so we get to this little town finally, like an hour later. And he's like, he's like, all right, well, do you want to just drop me off here, or do you want to give me a ride to the house? Or I was like, well, I mean, we've come this far. I'll give you a ride to your house, man. He's like, okay, well, it's just a few miles past this town. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, wait, what? So we drive through this little town, and I was doing okay up until this point. And so we're now off the highway, drove through this very poor little town, and we were on straight up gravel roads. And I'm just like, now I'm starting to get a little creeped out. So we drive for a few miles, and he's like, okay, it's left up here. And then it's like your next left. All good. In retrospect, I should just be like, nope, this is good. We're going to drop you here. Because we get to the turn into the house where he's going, and it is straight up Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, it is like, not like the movie. The movie, there's not a lot of trees, but it is the Nebraska equivalent. Like, it's
right.
thick woods all around. You turn, you're driving down a fairly long highway. Along the right side of the driveway, before we can even see the house, there's like 5 abandoned cars. Just 5 old cars.
Oh, yep.
That's when I really was like, oh, no. There's a chained up dog just right off the side. Chained up dogs just right off the side start freaking out. I'm just like, oh my God. And we pull around, and it is a very rundown little house. Super old. Does not, I don't remember seeing any lights. Doesn't look like anybody lives there. Clearly people do. Obviously this guy was, very poor. That's fine. Point is, like, this place was creepy. It's the abandoned cars, man. You pull into like a heavily wooded area where you're like pulling up to some like rickety house that does not look like people should be living there, and there's nothing but abandoned cars. Like, red alert. So at that point, you're just like holding the wheel, waiting for, like, watching who's about to jump out of the woods. I'm gonna floor it. But no, whatever. He was nice. He was super nice. We dropped him off. He went around the house as we were leaving, but as soon as like I slowly drove past those chained up dogs and got on the gravel road, I put the pedal down and got the heck out of there. So point is, don't pick up hitchhikers, even if it goes well.
Yeah.
Like we did that guy a solid. Like, really, I don't know. The idea of him trying to walk that far in any amount of time, like, I don't know what he was thinking, but we did him a solid. But that said, it so like was there are so many points during this whole trip where it's like, if this was a horror movie, you're like, what are you doing? Don't. This is dumb.
Right.
I can't buy these characters anymore. They're just making dumb decisions. You don't go in there. We made all those decisions.
Oh yeah.
Been yelling at you on the screen.
Yeah. Well, whoever is in charge of watching the movie that is my life, they're finally like, well, this is finally actually getting good. And then nothing happens. They're like, all right, I figured.
Congratulations. For a little bit, you were that white.
I was.
You were that white, yep.
We were extra blonde, super ditzy, and white. Because we belonged in an 80s slasher movie at that moment. All right, well, I guess
I think we
feel
did
like
it.
we could call it good. That's
I think we've helped some people.
We helped some people. We do have a few people listening. Thanks everybody for listening. Sorry, my story, I rambled on a bit, but no, yeah.
So if you weren't here for the earlier discussion, don't watch Friday the 13th Part 4.
Nope.
Do watch Hip Hop Evolution Season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Get Disney Plus while it's cheap, or not, but realize that Disney owns you.
They do own you. Our only hope is to pit Disney against Nintendo somehow, and hope they kill each other off in the ensuing copyright wars,
Stream wars.
The
Stream wars.
What is it? Wu-Tang American Saga.
Oh, that's on Hulu, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Is that out? Is that on now?
Yeah, I think I'm just starting the 3rd episode.
Wu Tang. Wu Tang. Oh man, is it good?
It is amazing so far.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out.
Speaking of stuff that we should be streaming, Cobra Kai every day.
Yeah, no, I seen you posted it at me. So yes. So is the first season still free? And it sounds like the second season they will just be releasing episode by episode, but it will all be available for free?
I don't know if season 1 is still free or not. I just know that yes, they've released the first 2 episodes of season 2 are out right now for free, and then next week they're going to release the 3rd episode, and they're going to release them all until they're out, and then I don't know how long they will stay free though once they're all out. Like I'm guessing maybe for a week or 2 after the full season has dropped, kind of thing, and then
how much is
it'll go back. How much is a season? It's right now it's basically behind the paywall unless like you can buy season 1.
It's the YouTube
the same way
service,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
Yep. So you can get it for a month for like what was it, $11 or $12 for a month, and you get all the like premium YouTube things. But as far as the TV stuff that they offer goes, it's basically Cobra Kai.
Yeah, I mean, what else do they got?
They got some documentaries and other stuff, but I really have not bothered to watch any of them.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know there's other stuff, but what?
Do they still have all the Rooster Teeth stuff?
That could be. I don't know. I really, like I said, I haven't really dug into any of the premium content.
I'm not sure because I know Rooster Teeth they do have their own service. They just laid a bunch of people off like yesterday, I think, too. 15% of their people. Something like 50 or so, roughly 50 people. Lots of restructuring happening at Rooster Teeth. Makes me concerned for the
just get some dental work
departments of Rooster Teeth that I enjoy, which is primarily Funhouse. But anyway, hey, I forgot to play any kind of intro music, but I got outro music, and I was like, hey, this is more Grawlix than GCU, technically, in a way. But it's still Friday the 13th, so it gives me an excuse to use this theme that I've only ever used in one episode. So here we go. Outro music. Once it loads. This was the theme I used for last year's Halloween special.
Oh, yeah. BT dubs, those guys, still dumb. Super dumb.
Yeah. Interesting enough, last Grawlix Halloween special also had a camp slasher theme. I barely hear him talking.
That's right. I'll talk.
One moment.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. This is the after credits. You got to save your talk-ins for the after credits. What were you saying?
Sometimes you can hear me, sometimes you can't. You never know. No, I was going to say, since your theme is going to be horror, that might be a good. You might segue that into your opening credits for the new season.
Oh yeah, there you go.
GCU
season 4 4.
Or I could just use this as an excuse to make a new version of the GCU theme. Because
there's that too.
Any excuse to work on music. I'm like, it's for the podcast. I can spend 7 hours doing this, right? Listen, at the drop of the hat, I was like, you know what? I'm decided. Miami Vice themed Grawlix version. Yep, it's happening.
Oh yeah,
I almost did it if I wasn't like so pressed for time this week. The GCU, the Friday the 13th special that just dropped, it would have had its own new original theme song. Instead, I stole last Halloween's theme song from GCU. So someday I'm going to put together an album consisting of 30 to 2 minute long tracks, and it's all going to be the same 2 songs in different styles. I probably have enough material already.
So it's a rap album.
Oh,
Well, I mean, following that line of thought is any pop album.
yeah.
Albums aren't a
Modern
thing.
day.
Albums don't exist anymore.
Well,
I
we
would
already
put out-
established we're old.
I would put out far more music if I was not attached to the idea of an album, because I get stuck on the idea of an album. But albums are long, and they take too long. All right, everybody. Hey, we still got a few hours left of this full moon Friday the 13th, so be safe. Don't believe the ridiculous superstitions about black cats. Black cats are awesome. You should check them out. Amazingly, they still do not get adopted that often because of people's superstitions. Don't be stupid. Black cats look cool. Spay and neuter your pets. And
don't follow Connor around, because that guy is going to get you killed. God, he's dumb.
Hey, if you've been on a Friday the 13th kick, you dig some camp slasher stuff, go listen to the Halloween Grawlix podcast, Halloween 2018 special. It's great. It's a lot of fun. And like anything else, any of our other podcasts, you can find that at grawlixpodcast.com. Grawlix. Wow, I messed it up. Grawlix podcast.com. All right. Hey, thanks for joining, Candace. I apologize. We're bailing.
Peace out.
All right, take it easy, everybody. Have a good weekend. And you too, guys. Thanks for joining me.
You bet.
Later.